in the right, we do have deer. In the bottom right, and in the bottom top right, we do have flash. Now, deer went into a nexus first last game. Is he going to do the same? On the other hand, Flash did go into a 1 barracks expand, if I'm not recall correctly. And he was just a little bit behind, even though it was still a very economic opening. He was, well, he did have to catch up there. And then he went into that 2-1 push onto base, trying to clear his opponent. Barely didn't have enough. Unfortunately, it was cross spawns as well, so definitely working against him there. It's gonna be a barracks, but gas this time, so it should be a fast factory. And then probably a factory expand. And then something different behind. Have to wait and see if he wants to go into a 3-base setup or if he wants to play a 2-base push again. There's a lot of options, of course. And he will find deer first here, and he will see this is not a 1-base nexus this time. Scout the complete base from deer, and is gonna be very happy because he has every information. Gonna throw down his own factory, and he's gonna completely pull out of gas because he knows there's nothing going on yet. There's not gonna be a zealot across to hit him. And there's no 2 gates set up here yet. So it's not that committed. It's only 1 gate, and it should be a 1-gate expand. And on the other side, we do see that factory expand most likely gonna happen. 1 marine only, see? And he's even gonna go offensive with that marine to try and hit a probe. That's gonna come and scout. Maybe he can intercept that one, because deer hasn't scouted at all yet. This is his first scout here. He was trying to look for that one with a marine. He's gonna pull back now though. But yeah, as you can see, he's just gonna set up his base here. Commands that they're quite and fast, almost as fast as the Nexus. SCV is running through those workers trying to bug that goon out, and it's a very buggy unit, so it's easy to bug. Did not get away though. Your probe's gonna get pushed out by this 1 marine, and a bunker is gonna be made for that marine, so he's gonna have a nice cozy home. We'll see a vulture first here before any add-on. And add-on later. The follow-up scout, of course, to try and see what's gonna come his way. Maybe intercept the probe. And deer does not find it. Good movement there. And now we see a few more marines here. Then SCV is gonna be there to block this goon from just walking in. And yeah, that's all you can do basically with that goon. Now the vulture also cannot really get past the goon at home. So both players kind of blocking each other out from getting any damage. And we see a second gate here on the way. And mines first. So he's gonna play some map control with this vulture. He wants to lay some early mines across the map here around deer's base, so he can monitor the movement from those dragoons, maybe get a lucky hit. But it's more about the map vision than anything else with those mines. I mean, it also forces your opponent to move slower, so it does delay. But most important is actually the vision from those mines. So yeah, there you go. If you didn't know that yet. Engineering bay coming up quite fast. Second factory. And he wants to be able to make some turrets against those reavers coming in. Or those observers, but we see that's actually quite far away still. He's gonna lay down some mines across those potential bases. He has to lay that one very fast. Unfortunately, he's gonna lose 2 mines here. That's a nice interception here by Deer, and he will get that vulture. And this vulture did just kill a probe here at that open base. So if Deer wanted to take a base down, up there, he's not gonna be able to, not gonna be allowed, at least not yet. He's gonna go into that bottom area. There's no gas though, and this is a mineral only base. A very interesting approach here from Probe's player. I mean, you can utilize this of course for mass salad spam, but ideally you want to get that 3rd gas up and running so you can go into those high templars, into those arbiters, into those carriers. I mean, I'm not really carriers that much, but you know what? Anything kinda. Observatory on the way here, and possibly behind that eventually that Reaver den. I'm trying to run in with some vultures here. He did lay all of those mines, so there's no blow-up potential, but he just wants to kill a probe or 2. Well, he really only killed those 2, I think. The armory on the way. Only 1 so far. He has a few turrets in defense against Reavers, but also they're gonna be nice against DTs. But we see there's no DTs or Reavers at all yet. On the map is only observers. And Flash kind of pushing out with very tiny amounts of vultures and just laying some mines across the map. But if he keeps on utilizing these vultures for harassment, he will never really get up to a big number. Unless he really throws down those factories. There we go. And most of this is scouted by that observer, so that's actually out of position. Maybe he just wants to see when a base is taken rather than deny it. So he could possibly push that area. And he's building up quite a nice tank number. Going into that academy, or the scanners. Oh! Oh! That observer did get picked off. Went too close to that turret. The tail of Icarus. We do have 1 mine left here. Not gonna utilize that yet. And yeah. Just throws it down before he loses it. I always like that when Terran players do just throw down the last mine before it just dies. Okay, so this is interesting. We do see a forge and Twilight Council, a bunch of extra gateways, no robotic support base, or no Reavers. And this might be that Storm style, which we saw earlier. New play as well. But if you go for that Storm style, you kind of want to have the shuttle speed as well to assist you to really drop in those zealots, bomb in storms on top of that army here, because it's common. Can he actually hold against this? It's going to be a +1 push. Oh, actually +1 is a little bit delayed, it seems. A little bit too late. We do see a few SCVs with this, so he can make turrets possibly if he needs to, or for like detection. He has those scanners as well. But he can also just repair. He can also just throw down a building to block. Now zealots coming in. They should have zealot legs already. Maybe they're a little bit slow. I'm not sure actually. Are they slow? There's a lot of tanks behind this. And Flash is gonna start to repair. Is he gonna make turrets? Yeah, this is gonna be a fortified push. He's gonna set up some turrets. He's gonna bring his floating buildings so he can get them in front. And he's gonna try to lay some mines to get some vision. Oh, that's gonna be a nice mine here, killing 2 of those zealots. And he also wants to intercept this reinforcement wave. And going into that natural now with 3 vultures, that's actually gonna wreak havoc here. They shoot so fast. And they just kill probes so fast, so it's gonna be very nice. We see that shuttle now. And he can pick up micro if he does it, but he didn't. Now he does have 3 more zealots in this. And we need one of the buildings over here to create some high ground vision there, actually. Well, shuttle is gonna get taken out first. Dragoons trying to move in, but very weird angle there. Oh my god, he loses so many Dragoons there at the back end of this. That was so many Dragoons. Now pushing in more and more. Still has these buildings here. Could probably land one here, over here. Try and wall this up a little bit. Now, tanks are starting to fall, but it might not be enough tanks dying here. And there we go. Deer has to GG. And is not going to be able to break this push. That +1 did, by the way, finish up.